15 fragrances perfect for the gym time, designers and cheapies.
Here's some codes to save you some cash on your next Middle Eastern niche or designer fragrances.
What's going on, guys? My name is Neeb. Welcome back to AROMATIX. Today we're going to be talking about gym fragrances. There are some designers and some cheapies. I picked these really at random. I just thought to myself, okay, I'm going to the gym and I'm looking for fragrances. I wanted to make it a thing to talk about some of the more higher end designer fragrances, as well as talking about something that you could pick up on a budget. So if you don't really have the budget for fragrances and you don't think it's smart to spend money on gym, you know, some people think about the gym like, okay, it's only an hour and a half of my day. I don't really care. I just don't want to stink. For a lot of people, there are some cheapies that are perfect for that. For me personally, going to the gym is a good part of my day, genuinely. And so I have absolutely no problem rocking a designer or something that smells good because that's something I look forward to every single day. A lot of these cheapies though, they don't smell cheap. So you're covered there too. So for those of you that want to smell good, designer level stuff, a lot of these are exactly that. So let's just go ahead and get started. I do want to start with the higher quality designer fragrances. Right off the bat, I'm going to tell you guys that a lot of these cheapies smell high quality, period. It is what it is. So I'm going to start with the first fragrance, Versatility King. This is YSLY EDP. A lot of good flankers with this one that really work in the gym time as well, but this would be my personal choice between this and the Eau de Toilette. It's sweet, it's attention grabbing, it's aromatic, it's very loud, it's strong, it'll last your entire workout and some. You're definitely gonna smell much better than a lot of guys in the gym because a lot of them don't want to spend the price tag or the money to rock a fragrance like this at the gym time. You do, however, want to be careful with this because it can actually be too strong for the gym sometimes. So I would say personally about 4 to 6 sprays, you're ready to go to the gym. Rock this on, you're gonna smell amazing. Shower gel, clean, blue vibe, and sweet at the same time. Next fragrance on this list is also a designer, but it's relatively cheap. It's just fresh, woody, and it's spicy. This is not about the spices by any means. It's more so woods and freshness. I personally love this fragrance. So this is like bottle number 2, Versace Eau Fraiche. It's fresh, it's woody, and very slightly spicy. It's got this star anise, very attention grabbing, at least for me personally, but this isn't gonna be something that's gonna attention grab or get you compliments by the masses. Inoffensive, relatively good, but better than just good in my opinion. It has a little bit more of a uniqueness than something say like Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue, and Versace Pour Homme is another good one, but if I had to reach between the two, I'd go for this one personally. It doesn't do bad in terms of like the performance department either, especially when you're talking about fresh fragrances. It's about 4 to 5 hours, so it's gonna cover you throughout your entire workout and maybe a little bit more than that, but no more than about 5 hours, which I personally would say is average. So it's right there exactly where you need it to be, and take a look at that dent. It's pretty crazy. Next one's another designer fragrance. It's pretty high in the price tag, but the scent profile of this smells really good. It's ADG Profondo. This is the one that I would personally pick. I wouldn't go with Profumo because of the fact that it does have some of that patchouli and incense. Even the new Profumo as well, it's still a little bit too smoky and patchouli based. I have rocked it before. I've even rocked the Absolute, but the Absolute comes off slightly sour once you start sweating. There's just something about it I don't really enjoy. And the Profumo, like I said, has a bit too much incense for the gym time. Profondo is by far the best one for the gym. Scent profile though is relatively simple, but it does it in the best way, the best quality. There is a cheapie called Azzaro Chrome Extreme. It's not necessarily on this list, but that's a freebie for you guys. And that one basically smells like something that would have stemmed off or like a flanker of this. Still pretty close, and it does this DNA on a budget. This one, however, is absolutely better quality than that one for sure. So ADG Profondo is a fantastic fragrance for more than just the gym, and really even the other two aforementioned fragrances. YSLY EDP is a utility knife, and Versace Eau Fraiche, I've rocked that to the beach, literally every single place, but that one suffers from performance. This one, however, solid performance, average to slightly above average. This is another one that I don't personally like to spray more than about 7 times because of how aquatic it is. If I spray it more than that, it can start to really change with the DNA and mess with it. So this is also a great one for the gym time. Another really good one for the gym time, and this one spawned a lot of awesome flankers, honestly. Coral Fantasy and the Intense is great. I've personally rocked Coral Fantasy to the gym, and I've gotten compliments at the gym. So I'm gonna say that really any one of these flankers you could rock at the gym, but the safest option is gonna be the original. The original is just fresh, it's clean, it's also got this woody dry down. The Coral Fantasy is a little bit sexier and sweeter, and the Intense is a bit louder and more really attention grabbing than the original. So any one of the 3 flankers, for me personally, I would rock to the gym. If you like sweet fragrances, you definitely can rock Coral Fantasy to the gym. I've done it and I've gotten compliments, but the original is the safest bet to go with if you want to rock something that's easy, inoffensive, compliment worthy as well, and just you spray it on and you don't think twice. You don't think, is it too sweet for the gym? You don't want want to think, is it too loud for the gym? This would be the one to go with. The Intense can potentially be a little bit too loud. The Coral Fantasy, if you're not, you know, the type of person that really wears too many sweet fragrances, might be a little bit too much. But for me personally, I love Coral Fantasy, but I do recognize that this one would probably be the safest bet, and I would still rock this one as well. So a really good option, Coral Fantasy. Next one's technically a designer, but this is also another cheapy designer, and this one flies under the radar because there are a lot of Middle Eastern brands that does the similar DNA, and some can argue better, some can say that it lasts longer, but this one's quite different than some of them, honestly. And this is Mont Blanc's Legend Spirit, the white one. I've always loved this fragrance. It legitimately smells like bubblegum. Like pink bubblegum to me, and more so than some of the Invictus, Hawass, etc., all of those. Some of those have more accords to them. It's aquatic while being bubblegummy and a little bit more. This is a bit simpler, but I appreciate it for the fact that it's simpler. It doesn't give me more than about 4.5 hours, but that's solid for the gym time. I cannot emphasize how many times I've rocked this fragrance to the gym, and I've gotten compliments from girls on numerous occasions, man. You want to smell like Hubba Bubba? This is the one. It's a cheapie, it gets the job done, it lasts for the workout, and it got me a lot of compliments. Yes, there are better fragrances if you're looking for Invictus Aqua, but this is different than that. Legend Spirit deserves its place. I rock this a lot. Another designer, this is also relatively cheaper. Sometimes I argue, or with myself really, whether or not it's worth even mentioning this fragrance. Sometimes I'm in this like battle of, okay, it smells good, but the price for the performance, is it even worth it? I'm gonna tell you guys right now, if it's under 40 bucks, it's worth it. If it's more than $40, don't even bother. But at around $30 to $35, this is perfect. It's called Coach for Men, the original. The reason I say this is because the performance on this, it's just not there, man. It's definitely not there. And for them to be charging $40 when you can get a lot of these other cheapies that we're gonna mention very soon for half of that, it just doesn't make sense. But it does smell really freaking nice. And let me put you guys on game really quick. Spray this and then this layering combination is going to absolutely wild. It smells amazing. Some of the cardamom and some of the fruity nuances mixed with this bubblegum, wow. This combination is fire. But for under $40, it's not bad. Strictly for the gym time. You're not gonna get any performance or longevity out of this fragrance, and if you do, and if you get any more than 4 hours, then you're extremely lucky. It's a great smelling fragrance, but the performance is where it's... I will say though, at the right price, at about $35 and below, it's great. So if you can find it for that price, this is absolutely worth getting for the gym time. Reason being is it smells fresh, but it also has some cardamom and woods in the base. Sweet fruits, spicy cardamom, woodsy base. It's as good as that sounds, genuinely. 4 hours out of this fragrance for under 40 bucks, 35 would be the sweet spot. This is worth it. And if you grab both of these, make sure to layer them. Last designer on this list, and this one deserves a little bit of the hype that it actually got. This is like straight up clone of the Aventus DNA. And I mean, a lot of these designers have done this for years actually. And this is Mont Blanc's Explorer. Mont Blanc's Explorer is essentially Creed Aventus minus all of the harsh aspects, nothing too smoky. It takes all of the fruity nuances from the Creed Aventus. It's a much more mass appealing Creed Aventus, basically. And for that reason, it makes it much easier to wear during the gym time. It genuinely, in my opinion, takes the best aspects in terms of mass appeal. So let me rephrase that. It takes the most mass appealing aspects of Creed Aventus and it puts it into this bottle. So a more mass appealing Creed Aventus. There are a lot of Middle Eastern fragrances that do Creed Aventus and do it better than this one for sure. But as far as a scent profile that's good for the gym, this is that. So if you want a Creed Aventus inspired by that's good for the gym, it's gonna be this one, Mont Blanc Explorer. We made it through the designers and now we're gonna be talking about fragrances that are cheapies. These will cap at about $50, but for the most part, some of these you can find around like $30 to $40 or $45. And I'm gonna be real with you guys right off the rip. Most of these outperform some of the cheapie designers, straight up. And a lot of these are actually designer quality. And we're gonna go ahead and start off with the first one. This is called Soaked Sun by Grandeur. This is a hybrid of Louis Vuitton's Afternoon Swim and YSL Y EDP. It smells extremely good quality. The opening is so damn addicting on this. It's got this niche DNA blended with this designer DNA and it packs it into this bottle right here. I didn't get more than about 5.5, maybe 6 hours of performance of this fragrance, but my God, it's so addicting. So if you enjoy like YSL Y EDP, you're gonna absolutely love this one. This is perfect for the gym time. Perfect for the gym time. This is one that I want to signature for the gym time. Soaked Sun. Next up, I feel just as enthusiastic about because of the fact that it's Invictus Legend essentially revived. Invictus Legend would have made this list if it wasn't discontinued. They always do that shit, man. Like, why? Why? To me personally, I like it better than Invictus Aqua. It smells like this aquatic sweet fragrance, but it has an herbaceous, aromatic, attention-grabbing bay leaf. It makes a more more interesting for me. There's definitely something to it that you're not gonna smell like other people. You'll stand out with this one, and this is an inspired by version of it that gets very close actually, 85 to 90% close, and this is called Invicto Legend. I had the Mason Alhambra version. This is definitely better. It lasts longer. I already know people are gonna ask about that, but when I sprayed them both on at first, this is definitely more potent and longer lasting than that fragrance. I got about 7 to 8 hours coming out of a Fraiche. It's pretty damn good, but the original I used to get like 10 plus hours. I wouldn't be surprised if you can get more than that, but I'm not gonna report more than about 7 to 8 hours. It's fresh, it's sweet, it's bubblegummy, but it's more so aromatic and aquatic at the same time. A great fragrance, Invicto Legend by Fragrance World. Next one is Versatility King as well. You can rock this during the summertime. All of these are gonna be Versatility Kings, let's be real. But this one, it's like you can take it into the gym, out of the gym. It's in the name. It's called Dhommes Sport. This is Dhommes Sport inspired by, and it's ridiculously close. And actually, this one lasts longer. This is an eau de parfum concentration in comparison to the original, which is an eau de toilette. The original does have some more refinements to it. It's not gonna be as thick of a scent profile, but you could easily get away with this in the hot, humid climate. Every single fragrance I recommended on this list is gonna be exactly, that. They're gonna be perfect for the hot climate or high climate weather. So Dhommes Sport, ridiculously close. It's got this iris clean vibe with musk and citruses. Very easy, inoffensive, and refined. This is a polished fragrance, and even this one, the inspired by, a sleeper fragrance for a very long time. Dhommes Sport. Also, longevity, about 7 to 8 hours. For a sport fragrance, it's pretty damn good. Next up is Invictus Aqua for under 30 bucks. This is at a Hands Pacific. This is bubblegummy, fresh, aquatic, sweet. Simple as that. Sexy, sweet, fresh. What more needs to be said? Bubblegum, gym, so easy, so inoffensive. You can find this for like 27 bucks. Yeah. Really freaking good. There really isn't much more to say about that one. It's as simple as that. Sexy, sweet, fresh. That's it. Next one smells like a mashup of Invictus Aqua with Bleu de Chanel Eau de Parfum. This is actually a sleeper as well. This is Shiyaaka for men, the blue one. If you enjoy Bleu de Chanel Eau de Parfum, you're gonna absolutely love this one. It takes that DNA, adds more of a sweetness. For me, I'm all about sweet fragrances, but this is sweet, fresh, blue at the same time. It's not gonna be this, just sweet bomb, something like Coral Fantasy, but it's more so this clean, fresh, sweet, and blue. This is a great fragrance. Don't let the bottle fool you because this is a mad sleeper. I get anywhere from 6 to 8 hours out of this fragrance, and this has to be one of my most enjoyed Bleu de Chanel inspired buys. Not gonna say that it's the closest, but the fact that it's not the closest is actually the reason why I really enjoy this one. Oh, wait a minute. This is a designer, but I'm gonna throw it in here anyway. This is a sleeper designer. Imagine YSL L'Homme. Yeah, I love that fragrance, genuinely, but performance trash. Had a baby with 1 million. So you take something that's fresh, that's ginger zingy, and you add some sweetness to it, and you get this right here. Hollister Festival Night. Don't let this fool you because it's strong, it's loud, it's long lasting, and it smells so good. It's perfect for the gym time. Pretty easy. A YSL L'Homme meets sweet bubblegummy 1 million. A sleeper fragrance for under 25 bucks. Yeah, you should get this. If you're new to collecting or you don't want to spend too much money, you just want to throw something in the glove box that's sweet and loud, this is it. Hollister Festival Night. Yeah, laugh. You can laugh all you want, but you're not going to be laughing when you get that first spray on skin. Well, you might be because it's crazy. You're gonna be, I was in disbelief when I sprayed this on. I was like, really? A Hollister? Yeah, one of the best ones. Last two fragrances. This wouldn't be a fragrance if I didn't give you guys a Middle Eastern version of Aventus. This is my favorite Aventus. This is at a Hans Imperia. The reason it's my favorite is because it's not insanely cloying in the opening. It's not gonna give you this lemon pledge bathroom cleaner vibe. It's not overly smoky. This is like the most balanced in my opinion. It's so close to the original Creed Aventus. If you haven't smelled Creed Aventus in its first batches, this is it. This is what it smells like. Smoky, oak mossy, pineapple, blackcurrant. That's what it is. And that's exactly what this fragrance is. I get a minimum of 8 hours. And at the 8-hour mark, what I'm mostly gonna get is the oak moss, the wet woods. That's exactly what I get with the dry down of the original Creed Aventus. That's what this one is. There are a lot of alternatives. There are a lot of inspired buys, but for the price point, this is probably the best value. I enjoy this one personally the most as well. At about 27 bucks, you can rock this to the gym and not even think twice. Even with some of the other inspired buys, there are other fragrances that are stronger than this for the same DNA. This isn't by any means the strongest version, but it is my favorite version. So Rayhan's Imperia is the one that I would personally pick. To the gym especially. Last one on this list is basically this. YSLY EDP. And it's one of the best ones actually. Aside from Lattafa Sheikh Shuyukh Final Edition, this is Armaf Odyssey Mega. Super funky looking bottle, very strange. I have no idea what the sleeve is, but this is what it looks like naked. We just went rated R. So there you go, YSLY EDP, and it's actually really freaking close, really close. But look at, there's like virtually no dent. I need to revisit this one, but yeah, I rocked this 2 days in a row, and that was more than enough for me to know. And yeah, that's pretty much it. There you go, 15 fragrances I would rock to the gym, and you could easily rock to the gym. Designer and affordable. If you enjoyed watching this video, make sure to leave a like, hit that subscribe button, and until the next one, peace.